Yeah, today I am going to talk about the democracy. So, this video I am going to dedicate for all the Indian people and who really care and love for India. So, we really know many things about India, and we know our country is really incredible. And so, let me ask you a question: Is India is a democracy? We all know that India is a democratic country, but is really happening in India? We all know that democracy is the definition of democracy is a form of government that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. Theoretically, it empowers people. It is participatory governments which takes a people's view and needs into cognizance. The ideal behind the theory believed that if citizens were stakeholders in decisions, it would lead to a better society and higher prosperity and happiness. At last, in India, often called the world's largest democracy because of the sheer amount of people who are listed voters, the actual functioning of the ideal of democracy could not be further away from the reality. Democracy in India, not of people. Take a quick look at the most politicians in India today. More than half of them are in this career by virtue of their birth into a political family. Political parties are strewn with brothers, children, spouses, in-laws, outlaws, nephews, nieces, chamas, and what have you are in some ways connected to this existing and most powerful politicians. This is true not only in of encompassing all parties. Only a handful of our netas have made it on their own. Narendra Modi is the most outstanding example in this category. Percentage of the leaders rising from the general populace, however, somewhere between negligible and nil. Evidently, the government is not formed representative of the people. Democracy in India not by the people. India is only claim to being democracy is the fact that are periodically general election in which the citizens ostensibly chosen the government, both capturing and the recent expose that the electronic voting machine are not tempter proof cast a double on the real effectiveness of the election process itself. General elections are held once in 5 years, so that is twice in a decade. The voting turnout is usually quite pathetic, which means that not all citizens are participating in this election process. This is another nail in coffin. Having once cast their vote and assuming that there was no booth capturing or EVM tampering, the public becoming mute bystanders, the machine political parties to form a government start after the people have no say in crafty moves in the politicians make to come into power. Obviously, democracy in India is not by the people. Democracy in India not for the people, which is the last chance resolution or law that anyone remembers, which has been for betterment of the society or for accountability of those in powers and has actually been effective, which is the last scheme that has actually reached the purported beneficiaries, which was the last tax that has helped you. When was the last time when food, health, shelter was affordable? When have you last felt safe from corruption, terrorism, violence, cheating, rape, molestation, neighboring politicians or police? When was the last time that the civil society has been able to ask for something it has fulfilled? In a time when countries like Egypt and Turkey have their cities spontaneously rising together and demanding change, being heard, a massive collective of the billion people in India. Clearly, democracy in India is far, far away from being for the people. Democracy in India is nothing but a sham conducted by itself, serving individuals with no integrity, vision, or ethics. Today it is only about dividing the people into smaller and smaller groups to create a group or vote bank that will support the creator of the group in reaching power. India is a giant chessboard. We, the people of India, are pawns in power play. So we have to stop and choose. So the real part is we want to rule in our country. So we have the power. We all know that, but we never act for that. If some people or some people will try to buy you off, you'll never love your country. If you love and we want more opportunities and more things to improve our country, we really need to listen to our gut and say no to those fake parties. So it's our opportunity, our completely is in our responsibility to make our country to be a better place. Only we can save our country. As by saying that, we have to make a decision to make our country great. That's what every country doing in every time. So wake up and make a change. Thank you.